ridiculous fashion. Helps us understand what's going on down there. Let's bring in Louisiana Congressman Richmond. Earlier, he had asked the Justice Department to investigate the shooting. So, Congressman, let me ask you about the news we just learned from the governor, John Bel Edwards. He said the lead agency here now investigating the shooting is the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. You satisfied?
Well, I am. And I think that it's very important that our governor did that. And I talked to the governor last night. I talked to our chief of state police, as well as I talked to the district attorney today. And I think everybody's on the same page, which is this case warrants a very thorough and transparent investigation, because we have to make sure that justice is served, and we have to give the community all of the facts and make sure that they understand that nothing's going to be swept under the rug and that all of the facts will be brought out. And I think that this is more of a let's put all hands on deck to find the facts and to conduct a thorough investigation and to make sure that you do have some outside people who can make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Congressman, I know you've seen the video. The governor described it as disturbing, to say the very least, also saying that he has very serious concerns after what he saw in the video. What are the unanswered questions that you want to see the Justice Department get answers to?
Well, it's a number of them. One, I would like to see all of the video footage, the footage from the store security cameras, from the 2 body cameras, the dash cam. I would like to know exactly where his hands were, all of the audio in hands. And I think that that is very important. But the other thing is, and I think that this is very critical, is that there is a very deep reservation in the community that justice will ever be served. And part of what we have to do is make sure that everything is investigated thoroughly. So if you just stay in Louisiana and you look at the Henry Glover case, or if you look at the Danziger Bridge case, where it took protests and it took a family fighting for years and years and years, and then the FBI finally came in and uncovered that a number of police officers executed 2 men in cold blood after Hurricane Katrina. And so if you're looking at it from a community standpoint, especially communities of color, they have a very big distrust that justice will be served and that law enforcement will investigate other law enforcement thoroughly. And I think the governor was making a clear point that under his administration and working with the federal government and all of us working together, we're going to make sure that that does not happen in this case.
The governor seemed to be working every angle here. As you said, all hands on deck. He said he'd already been in contact with the White House as well about this case. One of the unanswered questions, Congressman, is the disposition of the gun that police say Alton Sterling had. We heard that dispatch call. They were told there was a man with a gun. In that call, it was suggested that he was threatening someone else with the gun. What questions do you have about whether or not he had possession of a gun here?
Well, I think what we need, law enforcement and the FBI and all of the people working on this jointly, is determine where was that gun when the officers felt he needed to use deadly force. And my understanding, and we want the facts to come out, is that the gun was in Mr. Sterling's pocket. And I think those are the types of things that you need to know, those facts, and you need to get it out to the public quickly and immediately so that they know that nothing's being swept under the rug. And I think that if you look at the placement of the gun, if you look at where he was shot, all of those things are things that could have been released to the public yesterday that are facts. And I think that the fact that you didn't hear from the police chief and others causes real concern from a number of people that that have concerns about how transparent, how thorough, and how much justice will be served.
We know that Baton Rouge is your district. We've been calling for answers since this horrific incident took place, and obviously it looks like taking steps at this point to see how things play out in Baton Rouge. The governor on it, you on it as well, Congressman. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll have you back on.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right, other news.